Hi, I'm the Space Quest historian, and holy shit, it's been a big week for me, but it's also been a big week for other people, so I'm gonna get back to the big week for me in just a second. First of all, for all you Space Quest fans, today was a big week for those people we love the most, and that would of course be the two guys from Andromeda. Actually, the three guys from Andromeda, because Monday, it was Josh Mandel's birthday. And today, Friday, the day that, well, maybe not the day you're watching this, but the day this video comes out anyway. Today is Scott Murphy's birthday. I had an idea earlier, and it was right, in the morning, and I'm recording this video tonight. So I wish I'd had this idea very, very earlier, much earlier. Yes, language, it fails me. But complete brain fart. So on a whim, I just asked out on Twitter, hey, does anyone want to wish Scott Murphy a happy birthday? Also, I'm having trouble pronouncing the word birthday. Birthday. Sound it out. Birthday. Because if they did, then they could record a short video greeting and I would put it in the video. So that's what I have done. Personally, for me, Scott Murphy means a hell of a lot. I've learned so much from him, both before I even knew him, just playing the Space Quest games as a kid, and once I actually got to know him in my early teens. He was a great inspiration, and we've been friends for many, many years now, and he actually, for some reason, tolerates my company. So that is truly heartwarming. But he has also been a big inspiration and influence to other people, and here are admittedly a very few handful, but again, remember, these people had like 6 hours to get their shit done from the time I posted that tweet until, now when I'm recording this. So here are a handful of people whose lives you have also touched in a big way, Scott.
Happy birthday, Scott Murphy. Hope you're having a great day, and I hope that Mark Crow isn't. Thanks for everything Space Quest. It's really been very influential in my life, and also it's influenced my dating life in really strange ways. So thank you, maybe?
Hey Scott, I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday, and I'm here at work right now trying not to get caught because I should be working. I think someone's coming. Oh, no. Okay, I just want to say happy birthday and hope that it's everything you wish for. And you just have a great time, and thank you for all the laughs. Hope there's more to come. And, I gotta go. What? No, I'm just getting yes, I'll get my things.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Hey Scott, this is Robert from the Nostalgia Road Trip, and I just want to say happy birthday to you, and wishing you well for everything that you've ever done for us. I've enjoyed a lot of the games that you've done, and really wishing you well for every future endeavor that you have. So not too much I can say, but happy birthday and all again, and catch you around this side of the galaxy. Take care.
Yes. And I did say I wish I thought of this idea earlier. I actually wish I thought of this idea a lot earlier, because Josh Mandel, who had his birthday on Monday, is also a great inspiration to me. He's one of the funniest and kindest and most forgiving, I want to say, in the sort of sense that you can message Josh and he's pretty much up for anything. He lent his voice to an Adventure Jam game that I helped write, and he ate chicken feathers for one of my very early videos. It's there, you can go and see it. It's the video about Space Quest 7, or the game that never was. And he came on my podcast as King Graham and pretended to eat human flesh. So Josh Mandel is also an awesome character. Awesome person. I don't know. I just went all 1930s on, he's an awesome character. But yes, so also happy belated birthday to Josh Mandel. Second order of business is we had a little competition going last week. If any of you remember, last Friday, I played a little bit of Legend of Hand by Cloak and Dagger Games. I've got 2 Steam keys to hand out to, I don't know why I'm holding up like 4 fingers. These are mirror hands. Now, I've got 2 Steam keys to hand out to the lucky dojo masters who left the funniest and best kung fu one-liners. And it's not just me who's picked this. I've actually been talking to Sean Aitchison, the co-director and co-writer of this game, and my nose is itching. That's weird. Should stop doing that. Sean and I have picked the winners. Mainly Sean, because, well, it's his fucking game. But anyway, the winners, in no particular order, are... Your old dojo called. They want their training dummy back. And that one was sent in by NexebnoXV. I did my best. I don't know how to pronounce that, or even if one should. But anyway, that's one winner. The next one is... My belt is red from the blood of my enemies. Yours is yellow from your own piss. And that one was sent in by Nerdfreed, so congratulations to the 2 of you. You now own a Steam key for Legend of Hand. Now, how to claim the Steam key? Well, I have left you good sirs, or ma'am, I don't know, a comment, reply to your winning comment. It's basically the email address, contact@spacequesthistorian.com. Drop me a line, and I'll send you your Steam key. Oh, and I asked John and Sean, the creators of the game, if they had any words for our lucky winners, and John says, watch your back, as in really watch your back, look after it, and keep it strong, or it will fail you. Oh, and play Legend of Hand. Which I think is kind of a given now that you own the game, but that's John's message. And Sean says, from me, a simple congratulations, and thanks for the cool comments. So there you have it, your own personal congratulatory message from the creators of the game themselves. And now, on to some story time. Because this Wednesday, last Wednesday, I guess you call it? Yeah, the Wednesday of this week. Yeah, great start. Fan-fucking-tastic, yeah. Wednesday, the Game Grumps came to Copenhagen, along with JackSepticEye, and put on their tour, their European tour show, Ready Player 3, which was great fun. I was there. And it was, I mean, the show, I'm not going to ruin the show for anyone, because, and I didn't, like, videotape any of the show or anything like that. Took a couple of, like, surreptitious pictures, including a amusing little GIF of, or GIF, whatever, of Danny conjuring a demon. But anyway, the show was fantastic. It was great. And I'd already, like, months ago, I'd already bought 2 tickets, like for me and my wife, so we could go. And we just, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be like a date night kind of thing, even though she has zero interest in games, or gaming YouTube anyway, zero interest whatsoever. But it's a night out, so we're gonna go. And Danny had actually, emailed me and said, we're coming to Copenhagen, so it would be kind of cool if we could, like, meet up and, have a hug and, so you can tell me what an awesome person I am. That's not what he said, but I know that's what he meant. We go and we get our tickets and we get our backstage passes, and we have, a sit down at the show. Actually, while we're putting our coats away, some dude came up and said, "Hi, you're the Space Quest historian, aren't you?" So that's my first public recognition. That was pretty cool. Thank you, whoever you were. That was cool. Anyway, so we get in, we watch the show, and these are pretty good seats, actually. And it doesn't really dawn on me until the show starts that I'm sitting next to JackSepticEye's editor, Robin. Because at some point, like, at the start of the show, the tour manager comes out and says, "Hi, everyone. Do you realize the show that you're at? It's the, Ready Player 3. Is everyone excited? Yay!" The whole, room erupts and such. And then he goes, "Is Robin here?" And the dude in the seat next to me just bolts upwards and sprints down to the stage and does a little ninja flip up onto the stage. And it's Robin, JackSepticEye's editor. And so he does a little thing and then he comes back. And for the rest of the show, I'm just sitting there going, I'm sitting next to Robin. But anyway, the show was fun. The show was great. It was really, like relaxed and... but at the same time with a bit of fervor, because it is Ready Player 3, so, there's a lot of crowd interaction going, so, tons of fun. After the show, we go downstairs to the wardrobe thing and get our coats and my bag and shit, and now we have to figure out how the hell to get to the backstage area. Turns out you actually just walk back up into the theater and then go out the door that they came in when they went on stage, but we didn't know that. This place that we're at is huge. It's like this giant blue glowing building out in the middle of fucking nowhere in Copenhagen. And the theater itself had a very strange configuration. It was almost like MC Escher had just, made a little Play-Doh model of a theater and just stuck stairs everywhere. It was weird. And I think Danny even remarked it at one point on stage that it looked like a giant beehive. Like he was trapped inside this honeycomb. But anyway, we find our way back, and walk into the backstage area. And it's, we get in there and there's like maybe, 10, 15 people in there. I think it dawns on me around this time that we are probably the only, backstage, pass wearing people. I'm pretty sure anyway. At least we're the only ones that have been invited that no one else knows about except for Danny. Because my wife and I get in there. And, I put, take off our coats, put the bag down and such, and we kind of just, don't want to make a lot of fuss, so we get, some stuff like mobile phones and shit out of the bag and such. And Danny is nowhere to be seen. Aaron is somewhere off in the corner, but I've never actually spoken to Aaron or had any sort of dealings with him whatsoever, so I don't know him. I know JackSepticEye from watching a lot of his videos, but he's having a quiet beer talking to someone that he obviously knows, and these two jackasses have just walked in the door, and I can just see every once in a while he just sort of looks over us like, what the fuck are these guys? and so my wife, she doesn't deal with situations like this at all. So she basically just, takes her phone and then she leaves, leaving me alone in the backstage area. Again, no one knows who the fuck I am and what I'm doing there. Thankfully, at some point, Danny materializes out of thin air, and he says hi, and we have a great conversation, gives me a hug, and we have a chat, just a casual chat about YouTubes and the show and all this stuff, and Space Venture, what's going on there, and how much Space Quest and what it means to us, and I give him one of the Space Venture key cards that, only the backers and people who've met Chris Pope at conventions and such, the special, it's just a little laminated thing with a print on it that says Space Venture and such, but it's the official Two Guys from Andromeda key card, and I figure if anyone deserves that, it should be Danny, really. So he gets actually, I think he got my last one. I think Pope sent me, Chris Pope, he sent me, 4 or 5 of them. And I kept one in my wallet, and the rest of them are in an envelope somewhere. I have no idea. So I think Danny got my last one. Anyway, he fucking deserves it. And then at some point, after like 10 minutes or so, he says, well, I gotta go help pack up the bus because we're leaving for Wales. I'm going, shit, that's gonna be a drive. So he, we get a hug and a photo, and off he fucks. Which was very cool, but that just leaves me again standing in the backstage area on my own. And no one knows who the fuck I am. So I somehow sort of jam my way into JackSepticEye's field of vision and sort of steal him away from whatever pleasant conversation he was having, and sort of stammer and stutter my way through my appreciation for his work. And I mentioned something like the way I discovered him was because I'd played Gone Home, so I went to see if anyone else had played Gone Home on YouTube and stumbled across his playthrough of it, and he just sort of goes, that's a first. And Robin shows up again. So all of a sudden, I'm in a cool little three-way conversation with Robin, JackSepticEye, and myself, talking about, editing and schedules and, just fun YouTube-y kind of stuff. And that goes on for about 10 minutes or so. Very nice man. And I've been hearing a lot of stories about how he gives great hugs, at conventions and such. The problem is I tower above him. He's a tall dude. Danny's a tall dude as well. But they're not 6'9". But Jack gave it his best. He even had one arm up here and the other arm down here. So he really, he went in guns blazing. Probably gave him a crink in the neck. I'm not sure. Courteously, I thought I'd then walk over to Aaron and explain what the fuck I was doing in his backstage room. And he was also very, very nice. He was lying down on a couch. And I asked, can I do the, obvious crazy thing and just, have a picture taken? He was like, yeah, cool, man. Do I have to get up? No, you don't. So I just sort of knelt next to him, and selfie cammed that shit. So now it looks like he's sort of floating next to me, poking me in the head with his giant Aaron fingers. And there's I selfie camped the JackSepticEye photo as well, and in one of them I tried to do a holy shit, it's JackSepticEye kind of face, but it kind of came out like oh shit, I just farted, or oh what the fuck am I doing kind of face. So I didn't put that one on Instagram. I put the good one on Instagram, but hey, you can see it here. I went over and just said hello to Jack's girlfriend Wishu. Because, she's Danish, so I could speak Danish to her. She tried to explain to Danny and Aaron and Jack how to say my name, my first name. Danny even sort of quizzed me on that. So how the fuck do you pronounce your first name? And I just, no, there's no way. And he tried. He said a guttural sound. And that's as close as you're gonna get. I know some people are probably gonna comment here. So yes, here it is. My first name is pronounced Trolls. Yeah, have fun with that. Seriously, English speakers can't do it, and that's cool. So I'm used to being called Trolls. Anyway, so I could speak Danish to Sine or wish you, and really above and beyond the Call of Duty, she gave me a hug as well, and I came to the realization that my time here was up, because we had to catch a train home around this time. It's 11 o'clock, maybe 10:30 in the evening or something. So, and the trains are a little weird on a weekday, so I sort of rushed outside, got as far as the back of the theater, opened the door to where everyone had left previously, and called my wife and said, "All right, I'm done. I'm coming outside." And she went, "You can't go out the way you came in." They've sort of locked off the entire building. You have to find someone who works there and have them let you out. So I trudge back to the backstage room and just sort of quietly walk. Aaron's looking up over the couch, and I go, yeah, this just keeps getting more and more awkward. And I walk over to one of the staffers who's in the back of the room and go, I kind of want to leave now, which I didn't. But, circumstances being what they are. So she got me in an elevator. One of these staffers got me in an elevator. And I went down the secret passage, the secret hallway, which looked like something out of Terminator 2, but a lot more stylish. And then let me outside. We were home at 1:20 a.m. And just sort of decompressed and went to bed at around 2 a.m. So not a lot of sleep. So that's probably why this story's a bit rambly. Yeah, you feel me? And probably gonna edit a lot of this, because holy shit. So anyway, big fucking night, I have to say. And a super, super big thank you to Danny and Aaron and Jack and Wishu and Robin and the other people that were in the backstage room, but that I don't really know who were, but they were also very nice. Everyone was super nice. And these are very chill people, and, even though I was this interloper who just suddenly showed up in their back room and, standing there 6'9" in a black trench coat, just looking weird, they were really welcoming and very nice to me, and, so I hope I didn't make too big of an ass of myself. Fat chance. Anyway, so that was cool. Big highlight, still riding a high from that, even though I've had less than 6 hours of sleep and I might just keel over any minute. But anyway, super fucking cool. So anyway, I think I've rambled on long enough, haven't I? Yes, I seem to have lost the faculty of speech as well. So I'm gonna just call this a vlog and say thanks, like, subscribe, do whatever you kids do. Do leave me a comment because I do really love the comments. And thank you. I hope you've enjoyed the photos and video and shit like that. Congratulations to the 2 winners of the Legend of Hands competition contest giveaway thing. Hope you enjoy the game. I sure do. And happy birthday to Josh Mandel and Scott Murphy. Cheers. I will see each and every one of you around the Chrono stream.